This simply cannot be ignored. Luke Kennard has been on a dry spell recently, and now questions are being risen about what does his future look like after someone who's been a consistent three-point shooter throughout his whole career. Now questions and concerns, rightfully, are starting in Memphis right now as to what exactly is going on and where does Luke Kennard go from here? What does his career path look like? He's kind of in a very stationary, dead spot right now. What's going on exactly with Luke Kennard? We'll try and figure it out. But what's going on, everybody? Jared Alatorre here with another episode of Grizzlies Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Memphis Grizzlies related. If you find yourself here on a regular basis, you can hit that subscribe button anytime you'd like. But going into the content. So the Grizzlies got a much-needed win against a pretty solid team. I mean, they've been criticized for their lack of effort against really good teams this year. They have not had the best record against some of the best teams like Oklahoma City and Cleveland and New York and Denver, Los Angeles, so on and so forth. But they're able to get a good win against Detroit in a pretty solid effort, I'd say, even without Ja Morant. And now with the new look coaching staff, they're starting to get things together. But they're right now in that 6th seed in the Western Conference, and now things are starting to look a little bit like they're going to finish 6th. I mean, they're tight right now with the Clippers at 7th, the Warriors taking over that 5th seed in the Western Conference. So as to where Memphis will end up, that will be determined by next week, and we're already getting there. I mean, playoffs already around the corner, But going to Luke Kennard now. Last 5 games, 107 minutes, 11 points, 207 from three-point range. This has not been the typical game typical stretch for Luke Kennard. Okay, and it's time to figure out what's going on because Cam Spencer is a guy we all saw with jawing with Kevin Durant. He had that incredible night against Phoenix. Much needed victory. But Cam Spencer, might he be the guy to take over some of those minutes? So as we look now, first of all, Luke Kennard, right? So 9 points a game, 2.8 rebounds, 3.3 assists. 6'5", he's at age 28 right now. So he's kind of in the peak of his career. 44% three-point shooter, 48% field goal shooter in terms of field goal percentage. But for Luke Kennard, this is not good. I mean, this has not been a good trajectory for him these past few games. And a lot of Memphis fans out there wondering what exactly is happening and how did this slow decline start for him. But that's for another day. I mean, we're just looking over his raw statistics right now over the last few games, and obviously something is wrong. But looking at Cam Spencer, the rookie out of UConn, 6'3", 25 years old, just turned 25, so happy birthday to Cam. 3.7 points a game, 1.2 rebounds, 1.1 assists. He obviously does not play as much as Luke. But now, could the question come as to, does Cam start to cut into Luke's rotation time? I mean, you might as well give it a shot. I mean, if you're seeing the same thing over and over and over again, that's the literal definition of insanity. So I've asked before if Grizzlies fans already checked out. Is Luke Kennard kind of on a bad stretch at the worst time? Has he already checked out? Are we seeing him in his last few games in a Memphis uniform? It's kind of sad if that's the case, but why and how did this start? But the good news, Zach Edey with 21 rebounds, tied for the most rebounds in a game by a rookie in the past decade. So we've talked about Tuomas, Iisalo. I mean, he's on a good trajectory with Zach Edey. We all know that he's got the raw talent and the height, the weight, 7'4", 300 pounds. The back-to-back National College Player of the Year at Purdue. He's starting to be unleashed. The beast is The beast is coming, folks, and this is a good thing. While, the Luke Kennard trajectory has been declining, Zach Edey, well, he's on a slow, sure incline, excuse me. But when you talk about the rookies for Memphis right now, you're putting the cards in Jalen Wells and Zach Edey, two rookies in the starting lineup. It usually doesn't mesh well, even if their ceiling is going to be really, really good someday. Usually in their rookie year, it doesn't trend that great. Obviously, I think they're exceeding a lot of expectations. I think 2 steals in the draft, especially for Jalen Wells, who went a lot later than Zach Edey. But they're on a good pace. And I think that this is going to continue. And Zach Edey, Jalen Wells, they're here to stay for the future. As for Luke Kennard, I'm not so sure, honestly. But to our last slide, the last 4 games for Memphis. It's at Charlotte, at home against Minnesota, which will be actually one of the last regular season games that will be broadcast on TNT. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of eyes for that. I'm sure there'll be a lot of tributes there. Then at Denver, that'll be a tough one. Probably, maybe, what you're thinking, their first round matchup. So there's that. And then against Dallas. Dallas looking like they're going to compete for a play-in spot. So you got the 3-headed monster back. Lively starting to grow in minutes. But AD, Gafford, they're there right now. I mean, they're playing. They're competing right now. So I would say the Memphis Grizzlies are on track to be a 6th seed. Obviously, very disappointing. But obviously, this has not been the season that Grizzlies fans were thinking that it would end solely because of the hot start they went on to start the season. Now you're looking at a slow decline. Taylor Jenkins gets fired. Luke Kennard's on a slow decline. Ja Morant's been in and out of the lineup. Same with Jaren Jackson Jr. and Desmond Bane. A lot of inconsistencies this season. But as for Luke Kennard, I don't know exactly what's going to be happening with him. I mean, we still got a few more games to evaluate for him. Let's say he goes on a stretch of 4 straight 3-pointers. And it's like, well, then that narrative's dead, right? But we got to figure out exactly how this happened, and we need some kind of update. We need some kind of quote, some kind of update from the coaching staff or one of his teammates as to reassure fans that he's okay and that he can get back on track at some point. Because right now, this is a pretty concerning stat line that we just saw in those last 4 games. But Jared Alator here with another video. If you like this video, you can like this video, comment on this video, share this video, so you never miss another upload from us. Once again, last 4 games. Let's ride it out. Have a good one. We'll see you in the next video, and peace.